do the actual grind. There's so many artists now that can't put no feet to the pavement and just do some fly shit. Listen, in a minute, when the budget go up, listen, my music is coming together lovely. I think this shit fire, son. But a lot of artists don't have the confidence to create something that's just fly. I think A Shumps is a pretty cool record. I liked it when I heard it. I didn't think nothing bad about it. But Angry Man did make a good point. He said, yo, when you listen to these niggas rap, they're rapping like it's 2009. And niggas, for the most part, he made a good point about how, again, when you dealing with feminine-minded men, what they will do is take a positive thing about you and make it negative. So, for example, niggas who don't got joints, who don't got magic, I'm saying it's way harder to be magical. When I rap, I know how to be magical because I know how to channel what's special about me, what's unique about me, the things that I do. Even when I'm doing the content, I'm channeling that. Hold on, make sure the audio right. I'm probably on the wrong audio. Yep, on the wrong fucking. I swear, yo. I fucking swear. Whatever, yo. Whatever. Anyway, we're safe. We're safe. We're safe. Safe place. Safe place. Anyway. It takes whole lot more effort to be magical, and being magical is developing what's unique about you, what your strengths are, playing on your weaknesses, okay? Because your shortcomings are what can define you and make you unique. Because the more you understand these things, the better you can strategize, the more you can monitor your progress and things like that, right? But anyway, going back to the Clipse, from the beginning, it just wasn't a rollout that two men of this age should have. So they 4 years apart. Pusha T is like 48. So that means Mouse is like 52. And listen, these guys look great for their age, right? But if you're an artist who's because for the most part, their character, the character that they get the space to get to exist in is, I'm so lyrical. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool to like me. Cause I mean, listen, I like the Clipse and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna lie, like, your joints don't always hit like that. Cause like I don't rap over the beat in a way that's really that enjoyable. It's more like the beat is really, really dope. It's really dope. Again, niggas like this can be dope with amazing production and an amazing producer. That's why the person, the producer, especially the producer who's like hands on the project, can help make someone like the Clipse more listenable. You know what I'm saying? More marketable, because again, they're rapping over the best beats ever. Yo, there's something to listen. That joint with Pharrell and Rick Ross, I was like, oh, that really exposed how bad these new niggas is at making beats. I rarely ever hear being so that's fire, I want to rap to that. I hear songs I enjoy all the time. I never think I want to do my own version of that, or I want to rap to that. Never. But that Pharrell joint, listen, everything I hear Pharrell produce, that shit is amazing, even to this day, because he understands how to provide the sound bed to make someone sound amazing. And someone like Pusha, again, the beats. You ever think about how Neptune's beats will be very busy? Like busy sounding beats make someone like Pusha and Malice seem like they're saying more. Because they're very monotonous, they don't really flow like that, and also again like I realize listening, it's like niggas like Hove, and one of the things that makes Drake better than Hove is that Drake can do so many other flows and do so many other different kind of songs. Because what made Hove also was the fact that Hove could rap to anything, but Hove couldn't rap. Hove can't sing, and Hove can't do like sexy songs. That's a whole different level of power when a rapper can do. I mean, pause. I'm just saying, but Drake made that more of a thing where rappers know how to make R&B-ish songs. You know what I'm saying, and how to make a record that sounds dope without it sounding forced or kind of pervy, or you doing too much of a bedroom voice. But anyway, not the wish these brothers nothing bad, man. But listen, y'all gotta get back to the grind of. Yo, we putting out mad freestyles. We doing mad feats. Basically working and rapping. Y'all supposed to have done 5. Y'all supposed to have went to Bootleg Kev, Funk Flex, right? Who else do a freestyle show? I-95, right? And you guys should have done 5 viral freestyles by now. Because by now everyone would have seen it. Now it's more exciting because people will watch that. People will watch a Funk Flex freestyle with the Clipse. What? You know what I'm saying? Um, y'all supposed to make sure y'all did like 10 features, like 5 records to hop on. Instead, y'all niggas is basically have built your marketing. And somebody made this point too about how they may have leaked their album on purpose because the only thing niggas is talking about is the Drake record.
Sooner or later, her cookies get
Crushed, nigga. Make sure, hold on, I'm gonna put this in. Say it again.
Sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
All right. So, yeah, man, shit looking dark, man. Shit looking dark. So, in other news, What Did I Miss is on its way to hitting number 2. It's funny. I covered a video earlier with this dude saying how Drake's record debuted at number 15, and I'm like, God damn, you know what's crazy about this nigga saying that shit is the fact that, do you realize that this is not a lead single? This is a song the nigga randomly dropped. The nigga said, hey, listen, I'm going to drop a song later on tonight off his Instagram. And everyone heard it. Okay, this is all niggas is talking about is these Drake records for the most part, and critiquing the Drake records. And again, it lets me know that you heard the Drake record. You listen to it. No one listens to niggas that they don't like. This is weird. And for the record, yeah, that record is hard. That record is hard. I mean, I think it sounded like a really dope intro to an album and everything. But again, speaking on the Iceman era, I think it's really dope. I think that what Drake is doing is he's going through pretty much of a metamorphosis. He's going through a change where he has to mature again. Because again, the more unique your success is, or the more unique your success is, the less people relate to you, and you have to kind of realize what kind of interaction you're having with people. You know what I mean? And again, under female leadership, black people think that it's okay to change their mind about people without a good reason, or be able to stop something without a good reason. I remember like with my ex, something that bothered me was the fact that like that we was playing Connect 4, right? It's the first time we kind of hung out, and it wasn't like we wasn't playing for that long. We was playing for like a few minutes, like maybe like 10 minutes or so. And she goes, "All right, enough of this." You know what I'm saying? And like I'm like, damn, like I was enjoying playing the game with you, and you just kind of just like stopped out of nowhere, and that was kind of like weird. And I remember like whenever she would mention things she used to do, and I would ask her like, "All right, like what happened with that?" I think she was I think she was trying to bartend at one point, and I think she had this camera, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you know, you can use this camera because I don't, you know, I'm not using it and everything." I was like, "Great." I think I asked her one time, like, "Babe, like, why do you have this camera?" And she was like, "Cause I was doing content." She said it kind of like, you know, in the like, I don't want to talk about it, like, because I was doing content, and I'm like, "Why'd you stop doing content?" "I just don't want to do it anymore." And I was like, and I remember thinking like, you know what? That seems as though that means that you're a person that will immediately stop something without, you know what I'm saying, or just will impulsively just stop shit. And anyway, so I was kept that in the back of my mind. But that way of thinking, because that comes from, again, you learn commitment and honor from your father. All right, because men commit. Matter of fact, society hinges on the expectation that men will commit and do good things and provide opportunity with their power or with whatever they have, right? And that's what Drake has done. Like my last video, just with the last record, he's already broken a new artist. He's sampling some girl on the other half of What Did I Miss, and now that girl's streaming. The girl Pimmy, he gave the girl Pimmy her own record on the Some Sexy Songs for You album, her own record. There's no Party Next Door vocals. There's no Drake vocals. Who's doing that? Matter of fact, who else did he give their own record on an album and changed their life? He gave Kendrick a whole record on his album. Kendrick ain't never returned that kind of favor. He never said, yo, I got this track right here, son, and I want you to be on it, and I want to return the favor and let you black out. Cause that track, Buried Alive, was what made me want to listen to Kendrick. That's all, cause I thought that was Drake. But anyway, when you really doing your thing, you can't listen. You are the lion, and the lion does not concern themselves with how strong are the other animals, because the lion is the lion. The lion, you know why? Because the lion sees everyone else's prey. So for you men out there, if you really trying to get it, if you really serious, you can't be letting your prey talk to you all kinds of ways. If you a father, I think I said this on my last drawing. If you're a father, if you're the person who gets the text message saying, can you send this money? Can you send this? Can you send that? Can you do this? Can you do that? That means you are needed and you are providing something. Don't you ever let anyone ever tell you that shit don't matter. That's African American culture, and that's feminist leadership. Encouraging men to think that their contributions are not relevant, they don't matter, because what that does is keep the man from holding her accountable, moving shit along. And now we got all these men who want the world to move the same way. And if y'all don't realize, women don't really want things to move forward. It's just who women are. But with that bottom 50%, listen, I heard Coach Greg Adams say this shit about the bottom 50% or the bottom 49% of black men. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's where the issues are. That's who's listening. Those are the kind of niggas who be in these comment sections. Matter of fact, I saw this post earlier. You know what? Let me speak on this shit real quick. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, a broke nigga definitely wrote this shit. Where this shit at? It was about liking who you like, right? Hold on, y'all. Where is it? So this nigga said, niggas be scared to like who they like. Bro, if you like plus size women, who the fuck cares if other folks making fun of you? So you gonna settle for a tree branch because your homie shames you out of your comfort zone? Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, man. Niggas like this, you not helping. You ain't never gonna hear ugly girls get on Twitter or any kind of social media platform and say, y'all be letting women shame you out of who you like. You know what I'm saying? So like, what if you like broke ass niggas? And listen, listen, a lot of women do. A lot of women like for you to like, because you gotta realize women want someone that they can dominate mentally. Because she can't beat you physically, but she needs someone that she can dominate mentally. Okay? And for a lot of women, the more that she subscribes to feminism, the more that she's gonna be the kind of person where she feels as though y'all can't have a relationship or interaction because she's not in full control of what you're thinking and feeling. And modern women have this thing of listening face. Again, a lot of when you really embrace the fact that a majority of communication is nonverbal, it's not just, but it's so many different kinds of body language. But one is the listening face. How someone listens to what you're saying can disrupt the way you deliver it. And you got to realize, yo, when someone does that shit, kind of look away for a little bit and start get your shit off. Because that person is trying to ruin your train of thought. They're trying to distract you. Those are all mind games that women are really good at, and men don't catch on to this shit. And they be wondering, yo, why am I miserable? Oh, I guess I'll stay here. You gotta be honorable. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Little ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja.
I got reason to really play that. I just be feeling like playing that. But you niggas is crusty though. But anywho, but going back to old boy and also saying the tree branch thing. First and foremost, and listen, I hate to say this shit, but if he wrote this is a tweet of someone who's not doing very well in life. All right, because the thing is, when you got nice shit and you got stuff that you work hard for, you're not necessarily saying, "Yo, I bust my ass so that in the end I can get a woman that's almost 300 pounds." Doesn't make sense. That's the same as again, like a woman, getting surgery done. You know what I mean? She done lost all kind of weight, her body looking crazy. You know what I mean? She just looking banging, right? And you saying to her, well, why can't you date a guy with no car? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? It's like damn, nigga, I done did all this, and you saying I can't get a guy with a car? Like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? You trying to say I went all the way down to Colombia for nothing? Shit, that's my shit.
That's my shit. Play that.
You know what I'm saying?
Come outside. Y'all niggas see what they throwing out the window? Nigga, I got an army out here. Come outside.
Anyway, I'm trying to see. Oh, I want to cover this real quick before we got out of here. What she talk? Sorry, so this is the woman who's trying to date white men, right? And she's trying to date white men, and now, oh no, oh shit. Anyway, she's trying to date white men. So I'm now a woman like this, to a majority of black, I think every black guy who clicked on this and saw her would say that this is what a 9 looks like. This is a beautiful woman. And this is to show you how white men actually look at black women. She's talking about how she struggles to get the attention of any worthwhile brag. So, I keep saying to y'all, I think like the secret to black women's happiness would be to if they can get with a non-black man because they have an easier time seeing him as a man. And I'm dead ass. So have an easier time seeing him as a man. If it don't work out, it don't work out. But she has an easier time seeing him as a human being because like it's hard. It's really hard for black women to see black men as human beings, especially if she's FBA. Because again, you inherit information from your ancestors. That's why African American black men have no sense of identity, right? And very low. It doesn't matter what they have. They have very low self esteem, right? And again, that daddy shit. A lot of niggas be wanting a daddy. They want a for most men, they want daddy's attention. All right, and they want daddy to solve their problems. They always use the metaphor of the rapper. The rapper, for the most part, in their mind, rather than understanding how many records do I gotta sell or what can I sell off of my likeness and my talent, the rapper mostly thinks, all right, if I get to this person, basically, if I can meet this man, if I can meet this wonderful man, he'll give me a record deal, or he'll give me an advance, or he'll monetize me and make money off of me and exploit me, and in return, I basically get to buy toys. But at the end of the day, I was listening to Coach Greg and he was talking about how like all ball players at the end of the day wind up working for free, and a lot of these rappers, y'all niggas, like most entertainers, at the end of the day, they wind up just doing the shit for free. You feel me? But anyway, let's finish the shit right here.
It's also worse up here when like the guys that people like me are like the lowest tier human beings, and I'm so sorry to say that, but I'm saying like they contribute absolutely nothing to society. They're degenerates, or they're criminals, or they're just wild. Like what vibe am I giving off?
He said wildling. You know what a wildling is? A wildling is a race of human beings from Game of Thrones, and they're called wildlings because they're just fucking terrible. They're nomads, and they have like no manners and civilization. It's just not. They behave like wolves and shit. It's weird. They fucking they just weirdos. They're like the hillbillies of they're like the warring hillbillies of Game of Thrones. They're like the country rednecks of Game of Thrones. Like they're like the Confederates of Game of Thrones.
My parents always recommend find our love elsewhere, and I understand why. It is barren out here. It's hard to see people in different places that look exactly like you. They're treated like queens. Keep your head high. Keep your head high. I'm keeping mine.
So whether you caught it or not, what she just admitted was that the only kind of white men that she can get, this shit goes for a lot of black women. Yo, I was saying to my dad last night. I was like, yo, for the most part, if you see a black woman with a white man, at the very least he drunk, or he a drunk. He's never normal. He's never like a top tier brag. He's like he at least got a drinking problem. He got some kind of problem, right? But she, again, that's a beautiful woman. I mean, because I don't think she's wearing makeup. That's what real beauty is. And also, what you've seen is that's where youth and beauty meet. And that's what y'all have to understand. You young women got to understand when it comes to when you're older, you won't have that going on no more. You'll be mature. It's not the same thing. But anywho, she's saying these are the lowest. She basically mean that these are niggas with no jobs, no cars, and they're not going nowhere in life. I remember when I was younger, right? This girl I used to see from around the way. She was a part of my awakening and realizing every woman I've ever been with is like really crazy, and that's because I'm really crazy, and I'm done with crazy women and women who act like this. So like I remember, like I said, every woman I've ever been around, the greatest thing that could have happened was them acting up and making me not like them or making me feel like, nah, you're not gonna fuck up my life. That was the best thing, seeing them act up in a way where it's like, nah, I'm good, like you're acting crazy. And I was able to realize, nah, you're acting crazy. But anywho, I remember her telling me how she came about with having these two. She had these two sons, and I remember seeing them. I'm like, why is their hair like that? Because they have like they kind of have like white boys' hair a little bit, right? They're very handsome boys, and she was explaining to me like, so when she was living down south, she met this guy, and I don't know, I've met multiple black women who had white baby daddies, and the story is this nigga beat me up so much that I had to run away from him and go to a different state. I've heard this same story from multiple women who had mixed race kids. All right, listen, you know what's bad when you never see that father. For the most part, there's a lot of mixed race kids that who got white dads that's not in their life, bro. That's a fantasy. That's why that shit is so dangerous. You feel me? But anywho, going back to I think I had some more Drake shit. I saw a pretty interesting post earlier. Someone said this shit. Fair use. Hopefully I don't. You know what I mean?
What? Drake and Kendrick ruined hip hop, bro. They ruined rap. What? Okay? This battle.
Fair use.
Ruined hip hop. What? Drake and Kendrick ruined hip hop, bro. They ruined rap. What? Okay?
What?
This battle ruined rap. Ruined hip hop. This is why. This is why. Seemingly everything since this battle, even more than Jay and Nas, even more than
Yep.
and everything in hip hop seemingly revolves around this battle. Every single thing. Every podcast I look at is Drake and Kendrick. It's random conspiracy theories. But that's alright, right? The content creators, hashtag us, we trying to get views, right? That makes sense. That makes sense. That wouldn't be enough. But
I want to speak to that point real quick about why this is one of the biggest battles ever. But it's not really a battle; it's a back and forth. And I also want to expand on the fact that I don't like people trying to bring the rules of battle rap into this because what they're doing is totally different from what niggas like me do. Okay, first of all, the most viral battle rap round, you don't know all the words to it, and that nigga's not going to be at the Super Bowl. That dude's not going to be at the Grammys. He's not. You know what I'm saying? There's not going to be all this media push. I still see people writing shit like, oh, Kendrick is so authentic, you know what I'm saying? Basically, like, kind of like really buying into this character. Like, Kendrick is like a Marvel character, right? He's like a Marvel character. Like, he's really like the rapping Black Panther. And it's like, to the point where he believes that bullshit. Like when he first was coming at Drake, he was coming at Drake as if, like, he's a better person. His angle was, hey, listen, man, I'm more of a good dude than you. So, I could talk to you like this. Check it out. And it wasn't that's not how you battle somebody. Out the gate, Drake calling you pussy. Out the gate, nigga talking to you. Drake was talking, the first time you heard push-ups, nigga, there was so much shot value in that shit. Niggas thought it was AI. Drake was talking to that nigga so dirty. Niggas thought it was AI. You know what I'm saying? And because it was hard to accept. Is he going at this nigga?
Come on.
Little ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja.
Yeah, Drake was like, I see you, little crusty. You feel me? And then it wasn't so not like us. That sounded more like a battle, but it was just like desperate. It was just like, I'm gonna say whatever I got to say. Because that shit again, that was the sign language attack. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, listen. Because basically, Kendrick was rapping off the belief, but you have to believe the shit. He raps it. The way he raps is based upon you believing that he's the best rapper alive, and he's really, really good. And for the most part, he just raps with that confidence. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really he's not really proving to you that he's the best rapper alive. It's more like even all these records are based around y'all wanting to believe he's better than what he is. Like, I heard this shit with Nas, this and Jay. Like, it was a freestyle. Niggas didn't really hear like that. Niggas are writing in the comment section, yeah, no one can beat Nas in a battle. Nas wasn't saying shit. That shit was it's just a Nas rap. It's just a Nas. I wish I could play it. I ain't trying to get no copyright, but I wish I could play it. But I'm gonna let my man cook, man.
When I look at everything in mainstream hip hop, it's completely attached to Drake and Kendrick. The superb, showing that Joey Badass just showed in this battle, right? It really just traces back to Drake and Kendrick, bro. You know what I mean? The whole, Playboy Cardi was supposed to have his DS2 Future moment this year, right? It just kind of revolved around Kendrick's guest verses. You know what I'm saying? The fucking Clipse album, right? The entire rollout is Drake on a guy who let Drake rap on his song. You know what I'm saying? And waiting for the verse. And waiting for the fucking verse. That's true. Everybody in hip hop has to mention either Drake and Kendrick for their shit to matter. It to me, it seems like it's ruined the game. I know a lot of people.
We were just talking about not too long ago. It was the greatest battle of all time.
It is. Sometimes a great fight fucks up the house. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But as much as and a lot of people might feel I feel this way because I'm the Drake fan and I gotta defend this bozo every week. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons, but not the complete reason, guys. It's just it seems like everybody wants their rollout, everybody wants clout, everybody who wants to get mentioned on the fucking rap roundtable has to talk about Drake and Kendrick. And to me, it seems like it's completely ruined the game at this point. That people don't even get fucking noticed if Drake and Kendrick are not tied to it. I go online and it's akin to 2-3 years ago watching the fans of Nicki Minaj and Cardi B argue with each other.
Don't do that.
It's affected the entire game.
Don't do that.
The other day I saw the fight and looked better. I saw it. I know you saw it.
I mean, he got a point. He got a point, but it's nowhere. It's not like this. Like you didn't have other industries getting involved. Okay, like it was. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, let me see if we got anything else, man, before we get up out of here, man. We pulling overtime. I really fuck with y'all, man. See if I got some more information, man. I got anything else for y'all? Yeah, I think that's it, man. Oh, real quick before we go, here's one more Kendrick fan for y'all right here. Says I would rather my father wore a crop top than be a deadbeat. I don't know. Oh, what? I would rather my father wore a crop top than be a deadbeat. I don't know. So this nigga says love being your daddy. Yo, man, it's that millennial shit, bro. Like, it's like nothing cool about this, bro. It's like this is one of those things that modern men do that they want to tell you is love, and it's not really love. That's basically treating your child like an executive, treating your child as if they're in control of you. And what happens is your kids aren't going to go through life feeling like when they speak to the cops need to be listening to them. Because like, yo, I can show you these videos of basically these body cam videos from these cops, man, and watch these interactions are crazy. But we'll get into that tomorrow. But shout out to this Kendrick fan right here. I'm sure that he really enjoyed GNX. You don't gotta wear a crop top, dog. You can just hang out with your daughter, man. Nigga, what's up with these sandals? I don't know, bro. I think this is kind of an excuse for some other shit, man. There's no way that you can be comfortable. There's no way a man who respects himself can be comfortable wearing that. I don't know. I've been seeing you niggas wearing these crop tops. Y'all gotta realize that you're wearing girl clothes, bro. You know what I mean? It's certain trends that gotta stay in the 90s. I know you niggas are skinny, but like, nah. First of all, when you wear a crop top, if you wear a crop top as a guy, you're supposed to have some high waisted sweats, something high waisted. You can't wear. I don't think niggas need crop tops, bro. I don't think that needs to be done. But anyway, I'm out of here, man.
Joe!
Man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with the game, man. I'm done with the game. But before we go, let's do a plug walk.
Plug walk. Hey. I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talk. We'll pick him up in a space coupe. I don't let my plug walk. Skirt. Pull up in a space. You freak had to cut my other little bitch off.
You understand?
50K, you could come and book a
Cracker for a plug walk. Big Sands in a spaceship.
Call me on my phone, I don't say shit.
I make money when I talk. Talk what?
I'm a
Thank goodness you've had your surgery.
We're good to go.
We out. Stop the channel.